The latest conversation surrounding Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Remy Ma has sparked even more debate online, and many people are starting to question what is really going on behind the scenes. Recently, attention shifted to a casting event connected to Zeus Network, where reports claimed that attendees were warned not to record or take unauthorized footage. According to the discussion, anyone caught filming could allegedly face serious consequences, including losing access to future events or opportunities. That immediately caught the attention of fans because it made some wonder whether there was something happening behind the scenes that organizers did not want becoming public. Around the same time, photos featuring Claressa, several Zeus-affiliated personalities, and other social media figures began circulating online, leading people to speculate about new alliances and friendships forming within her circle. However, the bigger issue was not the event itself. Instead, it was the ongoing social media drama connected to Claressa and the never-ending conversation about her relationship with Papoose and the tension involving Remy Ma. For months and even years at this point, fans have been watching the situation unfold online. Every time things seem to quiet down, another screenshot, comment, or direct message appears, causing fresh arguments across social media platforms. One of the latest controversies started when a Remy Ma supporter claimed that certain individuals were privately messaging people and defending Claressa while criticizing Remy. According to the accusations, some social media users were allegedly reaching out through direct messages to argue that Claressa was being unfairly judged. Others were reportedly attempting to challenge the narrative that she was involved in a relationship that began while Papoose was still legally married. These allegations quickly spread through fan communities, with people sharing screenshots and debating whether the messages were genuine or simply another example of internet rumors getting out of control. The situation became even more complicated when some fans suggested that the people defending Claressa online were doing so as part of a coordinated effort. Critics claimed that several accounts seemed unusually focused on attacking Remy while constantly praising Claressa. As a result, speculation grew that there might be a larger campaign taking place behind the scenes. Supporters of Remy argued that these actions looked suspicious, especially because similar accusations had surfaced before. They pointed to previous claims involving former friends, family members, and associates who allegedly participated in online disputes related to the drama. On the other hand, supporters of Claressa strongly disagreed with those accusations. They argued that defending someone online does not automatically mean there is a coordinated plan. In their view, many people simply believe Claressa has been unfairly targeted and are speaking up because they support her. They also questioned why every person who shares a favorable opinion about Claressa is immediately accused of being part of some organized effort. For them, the constant accusations have become just as exhausting as the original drama itself. As the debate continued, more comments appeared discussing the label of side chick and who, if anyone, deserves that title. This has become one of the most controversial aspects of the entire situation. Critics continue to argue that until there is clear public proof that Papoose and Remy Ma are officially divorced, questions about the timeline of relationships will remain. They believe that the lack of publicly available documentation leaves room for speculation. Meanwhile, others argue that outsiders do not have access to every detail of a celebrity's private life and should not assume they know exactly what happened behind closed doors. Many fans also point out that the focus on labels may be overshadowing the larger issue. Instead of discussing careers, achievements, or future projects, social media conversations often return to the same relationship drama. Claressa is widely recognized for her accomplishments in boxing, yet much of the online discussion surrounding her lately has centered on personal matters. Similarly, Remy Ma's music and career achievements sometimes get pushed into the background whenever relationship rumors start trending again. Another interesting part of the conversation is the growing frustration among observers, who feel that the situation has gone on for far too long. Some people believe everyone involved would benefit from simply moving forward and focusing on their own lives. They argue that years have passed since many of these issues first became public, yet the same arguments continue to resurface almost daily. Every new screenshot, comment, or live stream seems to reopen old wounds and create another round of online battles. At the same time, there are still many unanswered questions. Fans continue searching for proof, receipts, and evidence to support various claims. Some want confirmation about relationship timelines. Others want to know whether the alleged burner accounts are real. There are also questions about whether certain individuals are genuinely acting independently or if they are connected in some way. Because so much of the discussion relies on screenshots, rumors, and social media commentary, it can be difficult to separate verified facts from speculation. What is clear, though, is that emotions remain extremely high on all sides. Supporters of Remy feel protective of her and often push back against criticism directed her way. Supporters of Claressa feel she is constantly being judged and attacked regardless of what she says or does. As a result, almost every conversation about either woman quickly turns into a heated debate between opposing groups of fans. In the end, the ongoing drama highlights how social media can keep a story alive long after many people expect it to fade away. A single comment, direct message, or screenshot can restart a discussion that seemed finished months ago. Whether these accusations are true, exaggerated, or completely misunderstood, one thing is certain: the public remains fascinated by the situation. Until there is clear information that addresses the major questions people keep asking, the speculation will likely continue. For now, fans on both sides remain locked in a cycle of defending their favorites, challenging opposing viewpoints, and trying to make sense of a story that appears far from over. The conversation surrounding Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Remy Ma continues to grow, and many people online seem more invested in the drama than ever before. According to some critics, what makes the situation look strange is that Claressa often speaks about being successful, financially secure, and focused on her career, yet she still finds herself connected to constant social media battles. Some people argue that if someone is truly thriving in life, they would not spend so much time responding to internet criticism or becoming involved in arguments with strangers online. To those observers, the ongoing back and forth appears immature and unnecessary. They believe that successful people usually allow their accomplishments to speak for themselves, rather than engaging in endless online disputes. A major point of disagreement continues to be the complicated relationship involving Claressa, Papoose, and Remy Ma. Many fans remain divided on how they view the situation. Some believe that people have every right to question the circumstances because there has never been a publicly confirmed and finalized divorce that completely puts the rumors to rest. Others feel that personal relationships are private matters and that outsiders should stop acting as though they know every detail of what happens behind closed doors. Regardless of where people stand, the discussion never seems to go away. Critics of the relationship often point to Papoose's behavior on social media as evidence that he may still have emotional ties to Remy. They notice that many old photos, messages, and tributes connected to their marriage remain online. Birthday posts, anniversary messages, and other memories have not disappeared, leading some fans to believe that he is not completely ready to let go of that chapter of his life. Whether that interpretation is accurate or not, it has become a popular talking point among people following the story. Supporters of this theory argue that if someone truly wanted to move forward, they would remove reminders of the past. Others disagree and say that keeping old memories online does not necessarily mean a person still wants to be in that relationship. Many observers also believe that public opinion plays a huge role in everything happening right now. In today's social media world, perception can be almost as important as reality. Because of that, every comment, post, live stream, and screenshot becomes part of a larger battle over public image. Some fans claim there is an effort to convince people that Claressa and Papoose are a strong and happy couple. Critics, however, argue that whenever someone questions that narrative, they are immediately attacked or labeled as haters. This has led to accusations that certain supporters are working overtime to defend Claressa, while criticizing Remy at every opportunity. One of the most common claims circulating online is that there are groups of people allegedly using anonymous accounts to influence conversations. According to these accusations, some individuals create alternate profiles to defend certain celebrities while attacking others. Whether these claims are true or simply speculation remains unclear, but they have become a major part of the discussion. Critics argue that if people truly believe in their opinions, they should express them openly instead of hiding behind fake accounts. On the other hand, supporters of Claressa insist that many of these accusations are exaggerated and based on assumptions rather than hard evidence. The controversy intensified when screenshots and messages, allegedly linked to people within Claressa's circle, began making the rounds online. Some fans interpreted those messages as proof that certain individuals were actively trying to shape public opinion. Others argued that the screenshots lacked context and should not be treated as undeniable facts. As often happens on social media, each side looked at the same information and came away with completely different conclusions. Another topic generating discussion involves people who are believed to be close to Claressa. Critics question why friends, associates, or business contacts would spend so much time engaging in online arguments related to her personal life. They argue that professional relationships should remain professional and not become part of celebrity feuds. Some social media users have even suggested that individuals connected to Claressa are stepping into online debates on her behalf. Supporters reject that idea and maintain that friends naturally defend people they care about when they feel those people are being treated unfairly. Meanwhile, fans loyal to Remy Ma continue pushing back against narratives they feel are inaccurate. They often point out what they see as contradictions in arguments made by Claressa's supporters. In their view, people are quick to criticize Remy, while overlooking similar behavior from others involved in the situation. This has created a cycle where both sides accuse the other of spreading misinformation, twisting facts, or refusing to acknowledge uncomfortable truths. The discussion has also expanded beyond the relationship drama itself. Some people have begun speculating about Claressa's recent appearances and business connections. Questions have surfaced regarding her involvement with Zeus-related events and whether larger opportunities may be developing behind the scenes. The fact that strict rules were reportedly enforced regarding cameras and recordings at certain events only fueled more curiosity. Fans naturally began wondering whether something important was happening that organizers wanted to keep private until the right moment. At the same time, some followers are asking about Papoose and his recent absence from the spotlight. People who normally expect him to appear at public events, interviews, or social gatherings have noticed that he has been less visible lately. This has led to even more theories, with some wondering whether he is intentionally staying away from the attention surrounding the controversy. Others think he may simply be focused on personal matters and has chosen not to participate in the ongoing online debates. What makes this entire situation so fascinating to many observers is that every new development creates even more questions. A screenshot leads to another accusation. A comment sparks another argument. A live stream creates fresh speculation. Instead of bringing clarity, each new piece of information often adds another layer of confusion. As a result, supporters and critics alike continue examining every detail for clues that might support their side of the story. In the end, the biggest reason this topic remains popular is because people are emotionally invested in the individuals involved. Fans feel connected to the personalities they support, and that connection often leads them to defend their favorite celebrities passionately. Whether the claims being shared online are accurate, exaggerated, or completely false, the conversations show no signs of slowing down. Until clear answers emerge regarding the questions that continue to circulate, social media users will likely keep debating, analyzing screenshots, and sharing opinions about a story that has become one of the most talked about celebrity dramas online.